Hi, I'm Alex Kidman from Fat Duck Tech, and today I'm having a look at the Huawei Talkband. Now, the Talkband is yet another fitness tracking device. You wear it on your wrist, it tracks your steps, it tracks your sleep. There's loads of these things around, and this one, at around $170, sits in the fairly kind of average price point for these kinds of bands. They're being pushed down at the moment by the emergence of lots of smart watches that do a lot of the same kind of things, and in some ways the Talkband is in fact a smart watch, because one of the things that it will do is just act as a watch while it's on your wrist as well. Nice little added bonus. Now, in such a crowded field, you've got to do a few interesting things to stand out, and I think in a lot of ways Huawei has cracked that. They've actually done a few things I really like in this device. First and foremost is charging. Now, charging a lot of fitness bands is a pain in the backside, and the reason it's a pain in the backside is that they've all got their own individual little charging solution. Some of them have little USB adapters that you plug them into, others have little cradles that you sit them in, and the big key problem with that is that if you lose the cradle, or if you leave the cradle at home and you're in the office and you work out that your fitness band is about to run out of power, you're just plumb out of luck, because nobody else is going to have one. So you're just going to be stuck losing steps, losing that kind of tracking and continuity, which is really at the heart of the fitness tracking experience, for the entire day till you can get home and charge it. Huawei's solution for this is a lot more sensible. It's a single piece, the whole band, but the end flips up to reveal a standard USB plug. You just plug it into any computer. It sits there, it charges. That's quite brilliant. That's a really good idea. I also must admit, I do rather like the fact that it's a fully adjustable band. It means it's really easy to fit. There are two different sizes of this. This is the small, and I've been able to have it very comfortably on my wrist for a number of days. The other clever thing that the Talkband does is inherent in the name, talk. And it's not just that this is a noisy band or that it buzzes or anything like that. The central part of the Talkband pops out. Now, Fitbit does that with a lot of its products, but the difference here is that this pops out to reveal a Bluetooth headset. That's actually quite clever, and it's a nice little value add. It's not the greatest Bluetooth headset I've ever used, but it's perfectly adequate. And the nice thing there is that it means if you're wearing your fitness band, you've got a Bluetooth headset to hand. That's a really big plus, because it means you don't have to think, well, I've got to bring that along with me to have it in the car so I don't get fined for talking on my mobile phone, which remains a very stupid thing to do, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Instead, you've got it there. You just pop it out, because it's already paired to your phone anyway. You just pop it out, you pop it in your ear, you're good to go. Really clever design, very clever idea. Unfortunately, that's where a lot of the good news actually stops, because this is a band that has one particular problem. And the problem that I've hit is that it's not a great step counter. It's really slow at picking up steps, and it seems to miss quite a few. When I first set it up, it didn't pick up any steps at all for a couple of hours. I resynced it to a different Android device. Huawei notes that it should sync to any Android device, but I resynced it to a different Android device and it started picking up steps, but at a much slower and lower rate. Typically, I average between about 7,500 to 10,000 steps a day, depending on, obviously how active and willing I am to actually walk around. This has been tracking me at around 3,000 to 4,000, and the problem is I don't think this is getting it right. Now, as with any fitness band, I think the overall benefit is actually in long-term tracking. So as such, that may not be a huge disincentive for you, and in fact, obviously, if you really want to push up your stepping counts, this might be the device for you, because it's going to count low, but that's a big strike against it, I think.